There are lots of new and exciting improvements coming to the city of Pullman.
Find out what we can expect in the first steps of the downtown master plan and some upgrades to Pullman Regional Hospital for their new residency program.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Dakota Cruz.
And I'm Cameron Baber. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Pullman City Council on Tuesday approved one of the first steps in making its downtown master plan ideas become a reality. The council voted in favor of a professional services agreement with Welch Commer Engineers to begin surveying the downtown area and collecting traffic data this year. Welch Commer calls this Phase 0, and this project cost stands at a little more than $100,000.
Pullman Regional Hospital has began working on the remodel for their new residency program. 5,000 square feet of the hospital will be renovated into exam rooms, waiting rooms, and office space for the program. Through private donations, the hospital raised $1.55 million to pay for this work. This 3-year family medicine program is a collaboration with WSU's Elson Floyd College of Medicine in Spokane. The first class of residents will train alongside doctors from the Pullman community. They will arrive in the spring of 2023.
Well, the FDA is aiming to authorize booster doses of Pfizer-BioNTech's coronavirus vaccine for all adults as early as Thursday. And this move would expand the number of Americans eligible for additional shots by tens of millions, according to people familiar with the agency's plans. The FDA and the CDC have a meeting scheduled for Friday to discuss the data on the booster dose's efficacy and safety, and will make important decisions on the booster this weekend.
Washington Department of Health is reporting that over 44,000 children ages 5 through 11 have received at least their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. It has been about 2 weeks since the vaccine was approved for this age group, and it's important to note that these numbers were updated as of November 13th. More updated numbers should be available when the Washington Department of Health makes these numbers available online.
Pediatric flu vaccinations are down about 25% from last year, according to the Washington Department of Health. The department is encouraging families to get themselves and their children vaccinated as soon as possible to keep people safe and out of the hospital during the holiday season. Secretary of Health Umair Shah stated that, quote, "We are concerned that our youngest children remain vulnerable to both flu and COVID-19 illnesses," end quote. It's currently holiday shopping season, and this year is expected to bring back some sense of normalcy due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But according to a study by WSU Insider, consumer behavior could vary quite a bit. 65% of Pacific Northwest residents surveyed said that they feel safer shopping in person this year due to the mask mandate and vaccinations. Interestingly enough, 42% expressed opposition to shopping in places where you have to show proof of vaccination. Despite labor shortages and supply chain issues, the majority of participants say that they will shop in person and are excited to. And it looks like the Cougar Country and the Cub is finally open with a new menu, full menu, my bad. Murrow News 8 reporter Jackson Scarum is here with us for some more information.
Here at the Cub of the recently opened Cougar Country, where they finally just released their entire menu. They were only recently selling breakfast just before when they just opened, but now they have the full menu. One of the managers gave me a nice interview that I will show you guys right now.
Well, when we first opened, we're just doing a soft opening. So we started with our coffees and our breakfast items and our new breakfast items like the potato bowl and the biscuit bowls. And we did that for a week, and then the following week we started bringing in more food items. And then this week we have the full complete menu for Cougar Country, except for the ice cream. We haven't done the ice cream yet. So hopefully we'll try to, we were hoping to bring that in before the game, but I don't know if it'll happen or not. So.
It does look like the opening and closing times are still the same, so they're going to open at 7:30 and they were going to close at 7 at night, but unfortunately there won't be any ice cream quite yet. We're hoping to get those in before the game, but unfortunately we won't be able to get those. But I'm going to go get some food. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, it's getting a little chilly outside, and the city of Pullman saw its first frost of the season.
Yes, those photos do look pretty cold. It's really beautiful this morning though, but stay tuned to find out how frosty the week will get with our weather reporter, Jacoby Wright, in a moment.
Days, months.
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
Years.
I'd like to give you this.
A lifetime. Can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
4 researchers from Washington State University have been identified and listed on the highly cited researchers list from Clarivate. The list cites the top 1% of researchers in the world who've shown a tremendous amount of influence in their respective fields. These researchers are among the most referenced in the world. Diane Du, Dogan Gersoy, Chris Noli, and Yuhi Lin were listed in the researchers from WSU. And Washington State University students who plan to stay in Pullman for the Thanksgiving holiday can sign up to receive a free turkey and trimmings. Students can sign up to receive the food online. Tiffany Bruin, Associate Director in the Center for Civic Engagement, said undergraduates, graduate, and professional students are all welcome to request a meal. The food will be distributed on Saturday, November 20th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Courtyard Marriott parking lot on Fairway Road.
The City of Pullman leaf pickup continues today on Sunnyside Hill, and next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on College Hill. The College Hill area has a high population of students, so make sure you are preparing for the leaf collection before you leave for Thanksgiving break. We talked to one College Hill resident about her leaf collection plans.
Before Thanksgiving, my roommates and I are planning on raking our leaves into the street for cleanup, and I really hope that our neighborhood partakes because we are kind of bombarded by leaves right now.
The city is asking residents to rake leaves into the street next to the curb and park cars in legal off-the-street parking on the scheduled pickup days. They ask that you do not put the leaves in trash bags. Well, when I left my house this morning, I had to wear not 1, not 2, but 3 layers. So, Jacoby, do you think that's going to continue, or do you think we need more this weekend?
Frosty the Snowman. I don't know the rest, but I can tell you, this morning when I woke up, my nipples were frosty. It was cold outside. Listen, let's go ahead and get into our weather report. As you can see, today's high was about 38, and it's going to be a low of about 26 degrees, which is very cold for me. I don't know about y'all. Let's look into tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a high of about 43 with a low of 35. Now, you do need to be prepared because between tonight and tomorrow, we might see snow and rain. I know I've been saying that for every weathercast I've done, and I haven't seen it yet. But yesterday, we saw a little bit of snow, so be prepared for it for today. Now, let's go ahead and look into our state map. You will notice that on the west side of Washington, it was in the high 40s for both Seattle and Olympia. Looking into the middle of Washington, it was in the mid to high, I guess you could say mid to high for Yakima and Tri-Cities, as it was 44 in Yakima and 46 in the Tri-Cities. Looking on the east side, now, I've already told you Pullman. Pullman was 38, and of course in Spokane it was 38. You can read, you can see it. Let's go ahead and look into our 5-day forecast. I'm going to move out of the way so you guys can see this. Throughout the rest of this week, we are going to be in the 40s, the low to mid 40s, and I hope you all are prepared and ready for that. And we're going to be in the low 30s and mid 30s, and then on Saturday night, it is actually going to be our coldest. So that is your weather report for today. I know it was a quick weather report, but that is your weather report for today. I'm going to send it back over to the desk to Dakota and C-Babe.
Thanks, Jacoby. It's Dakota, by the way. Well, hopefully we'll be able to stay dry and warm for that Friday football game, as it will be the last home game for some key players.
Yes, and stay tuned to find out which seniors we will be saying goodbye to next in Sports with Isaiah Sharp after the break.
Welcome back. I'm Isaiah Sharp with your sports. WSU is honoring 14 seniors during Friday's matchup against Arizona. Interim head coach Jake Dickert said during his Monday press conference, quote, "I've seen these guys thrive as leaders. They give this program, this team, and Washington State everything they have." 26 Cougars are designated as either seniors or graduate students. The 14 being honored this Friday are expected to play their last game on the Palouse. And of those 14 planning on leaving this offseason, one outstanding senior running back announced he is ready to move on. Max Borghi is listed as one of the players to be honored on Friday's game. Here's what he had to say about that.
I've been here for like 12 years, I think. I kind of went into it, but no, honestly, I think my time's ready. I've put in a lot of work and done a lot with this program, but I think I'm ready to move on.
Borghi will suit up 2 more times for the Cougs this Friday against Arizona and next Friday in the Apple Cup against Washington. WSU men's basketball hits the road tomorrow, but the trip won't take very long. The battle for the Palouse this year is in Moscow as the Cougs take on the Idaho Vandals. This will be the 277th matchup between the two programs. The Cougs are currently on a 16-game non-conference win streak, which started against the Vandals in 2019. Tip-off starts tomorrow at 6. And Cougar women's soccer continues its great season heading into round 2 of the NCAA tournament. The Cougs take on Tennessee this Friday after defeating Montana last Saturday and moving on in the tournament. Washington State's defense played a big part as they only allowed 2 shots the entire game. Sidney Pulver, Grayson Lynch, and Marin Weldon all scored to give WSU a 3-0 win over the Grizz. And finally, WSU volleyball heads into its last home weekend of the season. The Cougs take on number 16 Oregon tomorrow and finish their home stretch on Saturday against Oregon State. After this, the Cougs have 2 more Pac-12 matchups against Utah and Washington before the start of the NCAA tournament on December 3rd. That's all I have for sports today. Go Cougs and have a wonderful Wednesday.
Well, today we're celebrating a special holiday that's encouraging everyone to get active and get outside.
Yes, stay tuned to see some of our Murrow News 8 reporters exploring the outdoors. The 16th annual Pullman Regional Hospital Auxiliaries Christmas Tree Raffle is now underway. The trees are on display at the Pullman Regional Hospital right now. To participate, go to Dane's Gift Garden in the hospital to purchase a ticket for $1. It sounds like a great way to get into the holiday spirit. And today, November 17th, is National Take a Hike Day. This is to encourage and to remind us to get out there, move our bodies, and enjoy the great outdoors.
Here are some photos for our Murrow News 8 reporters hitting the trails and getting some exercise. Thank you and have a good night. Thank you.